My name is Marianne Gee. I'm the co-founder of Gee's Bees Honey Company along with my husband Matthew.
My name is Matthew Gee. My role is beekeeper, and I'm kind of like the jack of all trades role, I guess. I kind of rover all over the place and take care of all kinds of stuff. So that's all just honey in there. I got started in beekeeping. We actually bought a house in 2009 in the winter, and in the springtime we moved into the house and we noticed that there was bees coming out of the wall of our home. And I called around to try to find someone to remove them out of the house without killing them, and there was nobody that wanted to tackle that. It's called a frame of honey. So it's almost like making maple syrup. It comes in mostly water.
So we weren't beekeepers at the time. We didn't really know anything about honeybees, but my husband Matt put on a rubber rain suit, wrapped a towel around his head, climbed a ladder, took the siding off the side of the house, and lo and behold, there were the honeybees. And so we proceeded to take them out of the wall of our house. I had like a smoldering stick because we knew smoke did something, and he cut the honeycomb out of the wall and we put it in a cabinet. We put the cabinet in the woods, and we figured that that would be the end of our honeybee adventure.
And taking the bees out, and we had a beehive, and then that beehive turned into 200 beehives.
I was a civil servant. I was an epidemiologist. I worked for the Public Health Agency. Matt was an estimator for a construction company, and we left our jobs and became beekeepers.
And these are called a medium frame. They're half the size of the bottom box. So in this bottom box, the queen bee and all the kids and the babies and everything are down there. And then when I lift this off, there's a queen excluder, so the queen can't come up into the honey. And that way she doesn't lay eggs inside the honey.
Well, what happened is that we just fell in love with bees, and then we just started buying bees and more bees and taking bees out of other people's houses. And then it just started to grow, and then one day we were just like, maybe we could rent a beehive to a chef at a hotel. And then we sent an email to the hotel, and a couple months went by, we didn't hear anything, and then all of a sudden they're like, yes, we would love to have a beehive. And then it all, Gee's Bees had started then.
It is a challenge. So there are a number of issues that affect bees. We've had some very strange weather. There's a parasite called Varroa destructor, which worldwide is a real problem for beekeepers. It's something that we monitor for and treat for. This past winter we had a great winter. Our bees did really, really well through the winter, but the winter before we had a very bad loss. And so we've been kind of building back up still from that loss.
They need to produce like 60 pounds of honey to get through the winter, and individually they only can produce 1/12 of a teaspoon. So it's like the task is like ginormous, but they don't even think about it. They just go out and they get their 1/12 of a teaspoon and they do their job.
I think there's just something about those bees. You know, if you were think of most of our medicine is coming from plants and trees, and all the bees do is drink nectar from plants and trees, or maybe there's something great in that honey for all of us to be eating. Maybe it's a gift.
What I really love is connecting people who don't know very much about bees to the bees that make their honey. So this year we launched our See the Bees, which is what you're seeing behind us, and families with their kids come into our screened observation area. We're able to open up the beehives on the other side, show them the bees inside the hive. And so it's really delightful to take like our love of bees and be able to share that with other people.
Future endeavors, we're just trying to develop the farm so that we can teach more people about bees, try to get more of the community out to see the bees, to see how gentle they are, to see how much work they actually do in their hive, and just try to educate on how great bees are.